He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out who's naughty or nice.
When can I sit on your lap?
Right now! Come on over here, big boy! There we go.
Oh my God. Oh, that's really comfortable.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and I'm here to lower your odds of getting a massive lump of coal thrown at your head for behaving like such an Ebenezer Scrooge. Today's theme is treating people with kindness. Welcome back to the Team Recruiting, where we share insightful and thought-provoking content that can help you shape your recruiting career. Have you ever heard of the 5 love languages? They show your preferred ways of receiving and showing affection. So we've read an article just about that by Career Contessa, and they translate the love languages into the workplace. This is particularly important now that we're working from home more than we used to in the past.
I have watched an unhealthy amount of television in the last year. I'm not going to lie to you.
So shall we look at them? Words of affirmation translate into feedback and mentorship. Then we have quality time, which becomes workplace bonding. Receiving gifts. Now, these don't necessarily have to be physical gifts, but they can also be new opportunities and challenges. Acts of service. These are basically support. It's when you go out of your way to make sure that your coworker's life is easier. Physical touch. Now, that's a no-no at the office, but it's translated into encouraging touch points. Now, an encouraging touch point is, for example, when you remind a colleague of how good they are at something specific, or how happy you are and excited to be working side by side with them.
Of all my coworkers, he is one of a small number whom I do not actively root against.
Are you ready for today's second piece of content? Let's go one level deeper. Workplace kindness is when you offer a positive attitude and a goodwill toward your coworkers.
Okay.
So, how do you show kindness in the workplace? We've read a few articles, and these are the examples that we preferred, and we categorize them per love language. Let's start with words of affirmation. You can mentor new employees. Good onboarding makes a difference. Feedback. Now, this isn't only a vital element of your relationship with your candidates, but also with your coworkers.
I want more. I just don't want to do anything to earn it.
Quality time. This means that you take some time aside to nurture personal relationships with the people you work with. You can do this by organizing team activities to bond. These can happen in the real time or be asynchronous. They can be just for fun or fun and practical. And finally, they can be either one-hit wonders or something that you keep on doing over time. Some examples: virtual lunches and coffee breaks, GIF battles, and team playlists. And the second point here is meaningful conversations that show intent. So you do that by asking your coworkers questions that allow you to get to know them at a deeper level. You also need to be vulnerable and share personal stories that shaped you. Please make sure to listen and not just talk.
I don't listen to no one except my mother and God. So last time I checked, she is not my mother, Sherry, and she is not God himself.
Now we're on to the receiving gifts love language in the workplace. What are some examples? So first of all, assuming that you're thinking about a coworker that's also your peer, if you can't offer them new opportunities or challenges, that is, you can still provide them with so many possible material presents. So, for example, if it's someone's birthday, you can send them flowers, you can send them a yummy treat, or maybe a board game they would like. You can also have lunch delivered to someone who's been really busy lately, so that you can make their life a little better.
Pizza time.
But it doesn't have to be a physical gift per se. It doesn't have to be a monetary sacrifice on your end. You can also send to your colleagues a link to an article or a video about something that makes them feel seen. And now, the acts of service. You should probably learn and follow your teammates' work preferences. And you can do it through a user manual, for instance, where every employee gets to share in a document the ways that they prefer to work. Second thing is you can make time for other employees in need. So schedule some time aside for those who ask you, and you can step in if you have an on-call rotation for someone who's been working overtime lately. And now we're onto the physical touch category. Now, as I said before, don't touch anyone at the office. This is to be intended as a metaphorical thing. As we said earlier, Career Contessa categorized it as encouraging touch points when translated into an office environment. So what are some examples of this? You should signal your coworkers' good performance, their positive behavior, and recognize their unique strengths. You can spontaneously provide public LinkedIn recommendation letters. And you can hand out positive feedback handwritten notes. Or you can also write those on an e-card.
Maybe I'll send like a popular animated GIF that could be interpreted in almost any way.
Now, onto the Candy Crash.
Candy Crush!
The more barbaric your treatment of candidates, the more demonic their Glassdoor reviews about you. Shout out to a company we won't name. So after 3 interview rounds, you ask them for a reference and then you drop them a week and a half later for a different candidate.
Seriously? Seriously? Seriously?
There's no saving you. Krampus is on the way. You're on your own. Got something to say about this? Drop a comment in the section below. We'd love to pick your brains. Help us get better at helping you get better with your help. You can get access to these episodes 48 hours before anyone else and more excellent, sparkling content by subscribing to our newsletter, which you're going to be finding linked below or at start.com/newsletter. Thank you for watching the Team Recruiting. We hope you're going to enjoy your holidays. Hopefully, you're going to be able to spend time with the people you love. Take care and see you soon.